Hello. Oh, wait. Alright. Okay. Okay. I know this is a weird setup, but so I can do this. Today we're gonna be playing two visual novels. Two visual novels, maybe some other visual novels, but two important visual novels. One, Jingle, Verity number one, a Yandere Verity visual novel. Jingle, and Jingle, Backrooms, Yandere visual novel. Also, little warning ahead of time. This one was made in 2022 or something like that, and the main character is named Clark. I haven't watched the movie, but I know the main character is Clark. But this one was made in 2022. They didn't know anything about that, so just ahead of time. Just ahead of time. I know you're getting distracted. You're getting distracted. Jingle. Backroom jingle. Verity, jingle. That mob. Jingle, Twixel, jingle. That mob. Jingle, Verity, jingle. Backrooms. Alright. Oh, also jingle. Yandere. Alright, let's do this. We're not gonna play the Backrooms one first. Let me find the Verity one. Forgot what it was named. Ugh. Forgot what it was named. I'm a horrible streamer. I'm horrible. I'm problematic. I fucked your mom. Alright. Shut up. Okay. So I did watch episode 3 and stuff. Don't worry. You opened me. Don't send me away. There you go. Yeah, big name. Well, let me do that. That might help. Doing that. Alright. Let's deal with Verity. This crazy bitch. Hopefully, you don't have to, ourselves. Fuck you. Fuck you. You motherfucker. Alright. That was their, this company presents thing. Some loud ass goddamn. Here's the crazy bitch Verity. There's a pan to the left. Hope to God that's not an issue. Sorry, I'm looking at the audio. Music is just doing this. It's panning to the right. Don't like that. Sorry, I thought I saw something. Alright. Let's play. What is my name? No, I'm not gonna name myself that. Snow. My name is Snow. You rub your eyes after hearing the doorbell for what feels like the third time. Oh, what's going on? Alright. On. Who'd be visiting this late? I don't know. Hopefully it's not some weird yellow ball. Sorry. I head downstairs before heading towards the front door. You unlock the door. Surprisingly large. No postage, no address, no delivery company logo. Just one sentence in careful black marker. Please keep me. Glance up, down, and down the empty street. Nobody. Completely empty street. What should I do? We don't have a choice. Bringing the box in, I slam the door tightly shut before heading to the lounge to dump it onto the table. It's not that heavy, surprisingly. The box sits at the center of the coffee table. If its flaps are completely shut, be some kind of prank. You hesitate before slowly peeling away the tape. The cardboard box opens. Something moves. A pair of black eyes blink in the dark room. A soft gleaming smile appears from the box. Then, a sort of yellow ball peeks from inside of the open box. Has a face? A small yellow ball slowly lifts itself out of the box. It has a smile as though it had been expecting you. Hello, I'm Verity, your personal helper friend. Ask me anything. I know everything. I know it's not a good impression. Fuck you. Alright. Okay, how the fuck is a yellow ball able to talk? I have to call the cops. Swiftly scoop my phone up in my hands to call the cops. Suddenly, it's dead. Shit. How are you able to talk? Suddenly answers, without having to think about it. I am an AI! So I am created to respond to whatever you ask me. How is it able to move by itself, too? Okay, I don't know, 2 plus 2? 4. Alright. How's it doing this? It's unbelievable. Okay, you know everything. What is my name? It's Snow. The fuck did it know? It doesn't even know me. I didn't even tell it anything. This phone better hurry up and charge. I don't like that. I don't like when he looks at people that way. Verdi looks at me with great disgust. You better not call the cops. How do you know? It's gonna rain tomorrow, so you should probably carry an umbrella with you. Thanks for letting me know, I guess. How did he get so angry about me trying to call the cops? Like, is he trying to stay here or something? So, can't you go back to where you came from, or are you here permanently? He stares before finally answering. You opened the box, so you accepted me. He says it so casually, like it's a normal thing to say. In day-to-day life, I don't think that's how deliveries work. Verity laughs quietly, not offended, also almost amused. Maybe not, but that's how I work. Oh. I don't think I like this yellow ball. An awkward silence fills the room. Verity looks around with quiet fascination. His gaze lingers on family photographs, bookshelves, the sofa, the television, then looks back at you. You have a nice home. Can I stay? Until morning for tonight. I don't know. What's the difference? Until morning, I guess. For tonight? I don't know. There's no difference, I guess. Until morning. His face brights up. I knew you'd say yes. I don't remember agreeing to anything. You opened me. Don't throw me away. Ah, demo. Alright. Time for back rooms. I guess I'll, save or follow the creator so I can stay up to date. And process. Alright, Verdi. Hey, good. Gonna delete you. There we go. This is a weird name, so on. Protocol. On. There's something in the middle of protocol and backrooms. I'll wait for it to open so I can do that. Game capture. Backrooms. There we go. Someone revving their engines outside. Alright. Yeah, the main character is named Clark. Because this was made like in 2022, if I remember the upload date for this. So don't worry. This isn't the same Clark from the Backrooms movie. Finish my spaghetti meatballs. Hallways in Sector A. Status is normal. Cameras have not detected any sign of movement. Hallways in Sector D. Status is abnormal. Camera footage is missing for approximately 7 hours. We're viewing stuff. Okay. Hallways in Sector F. Status is abnormal. Hallways F2 and F5 have switched positions. Aside, I think I read like the summaries and like I don't know where the ones that the yandere is in love with, because it kind of confused me with the wording. Hallway F7 has grown in width. Hallway F9 is in complete darkness and missing floor. One complaint I've had with like one thing about Backrooms, it's not made by one person. It's not made by Alex Kane. It's not. He made the Backroom series. There is one complaint I've had that I think that kind of ruins debatable, subjective, is an organization or company making the Backrooms. That is fucking stupid, and I don't like that. Or just governments and stuff knowing about the Backrooms. I don't like that. It kind of removes the mysticism of the Backrooms. As what I know of the whole point of it. It's just like, I think it's better if there's no way to get out and no way to interact with others. Because if there's some point of escape, like, you know, people come in the back rooms to investigate or whatever, it kind of ruins the whole point of it. My complaint, I don't hate Alex Kane's Backrooms. The only thing I hate is people trying to make a canon with Backrooms. When the thing about Backrooms is, it's open source. It's open source. You can do fucking anything. That's the problem with, like, I have with people going into open source fandoms, is that they apply a canon mindset. You fucking pricks. There's no canon. Do fucking anything. But a lot of dumbasses don't fucking understand that. Like, that's the point with, like I could say Slenderman, or I guess like SCP or Backrooms. I'm trying to think of some other open source things that's just like, it's like, are just creepy. A lot of creepypastas are that way. But people don't understand that because they're dumb. Because they're so used to canon closed source. Closed source? I don't know if that's a thing. Fandoms. That when they get into open source spaces, that they just treat it like any other kind of thing. Because they're idiots. They don't understand anything. Or understand what they're a fan of. Enough of me ranting about the backrooms and open source fandoms in general. Because I think most people who are fans of open source stuff are fucking idiots. Because they don't understand anything of their fandom that they claim to be a fan of. Okay. Hallway F's. Okay. Requesting reality stabilization. Stabilization request granted, Agent Clark. Suburban residential area simulation status is abnormal. Mannequins in houses number 6, 18, 28, and 45 have been moved without authorization. Request to check camera footage for the culprit that moved the mannequins. Camera footage is missing for approximately 7 hours. Request to check camera tapes and attempt to restore missing footage. So move the mannequins back to regular positions. Yes, sir. Another day of the usual patrolling was over. I entered the decontamination chamber, waiting for the steam to clear away before entering the corridor that led to the break room. Sure. Works, okay. The thought of having to fill out paperwork for the abnormalities I found today was all that was on my mind. I was so preoccupied about it that I did not see my colleagues walk by. Dr. June was the first to greet me. Oh, hey, Clark. Breaking for lunch? Hey, Earth Clark. Anyone home? Agent Rodriguez waved a gloved hand in front of me, startling me. Oh, I stumbled back a little, snapping out my thoughts and glared at him. What is it, Rodriguez? Chill, Clark. We brought in your lunch about 2 hours ago, but you were still out patrolling the hallways. It's probably cold by now. Pointing into the break room through the window. Oh, peering in, I could see a covered tray from the facility cafeteria laying on one of the tables. Oh, thanks. I wish I could have kicked myself. That's more like it. You've been missing your meals more often, Clark. Dr. June shook her head. Voice growing more firm than usual. You were always ready to eat meals we brought in here for you, but during the past few months, you've been eating them a few hours later or missing the meal altogether. I've been taking regular meals. Listen, I'm busy and... Clark! You've been staying in that fake neighborhood simulation since the project started. You know you're not buying any groceries in there. Agent Bennett said bluntly, joining in the conversation. We're the ones who've been delivering your meals from the cafeteria and helping you buy stuff like alcohol, cigarettes, and TV dinners from the outside the facility. Yeah, you can't just survive on a steady diet of cognac and cigarettes. I felt a pang of annoyance. I wanted to answer my colleagues sharply or simply walk past them without giving the dignity of a response, but I might found myself guilty along with the elements. I sighed. I've been more busy than usual recently. There's been more abnormalities and fluctuations than usual in the observation areas. It takes much longer for me to report on them and correct them. Just still make sure to eat your meals at the right times. Keeps your head clear and helps you work better. McCarthy has reported that he found onion meals still in the break room days later. My throat closed up. Breath hitched. McCarthy? Yeah, he's been back for about 3 months now. Right, yeah, I see. Poor guy. He still seems so devastated. Agent Barnett let out a small sigh, her eyes drifting off into the window of the break room. Followed her gaze and caught a sight of a familiar figure putting on his hazmat suit. His back turned to me. I avert my gaze. It must have been a horrible experience losing him. Agent Rodriguez nudged her gently, but deliberately. She startled, gazing at me apologetically, and stopped. Have you not noticed that he's back? I really wanted to push past my colleagues now. All I could think about was returning to my office, away from them and away from Agent McCarthy. No, I've been really busy with work. Dr. John seemed to note how immensely uncomfortable I was. He said that the abnormalities have been getting more frequent, right? She said, swiftly changing the topic. Guess opening up those corridors and halls led to more destabilization? Agent Rodriguez got a hint and changed the topic. How'd that work? I don't know. We've been at this for less than 3 years. Feels like there's a ton of stuff we still don't understand about Project Backrooms yet. This place is supposed to be spread out for thousands of square miles. So we've barely covered 1 in a thousandth of it. That sucks. We gotta speed things up a bit. The supervisors want us to find some function for this place within 7 years. You think we can finish the project in time? I don't know. Probably need more time to think. Time and funding, but the investors aren't going to be happy about it. Agent Rodriguez and Agent Bennett are now chatting amongst themselves, breathing sharply, feeling frustrated and wanting to simply get away from them. I'll tell them. There's usual shifting and changing locations. Corridors and rooms are swapping places and disappearing altogether, growing or shrinking in size. It's just been getting more frequent these few months. There's also a strange mold growing in the greenhouse. So Bennett, if you could run some samples and run some tests on them. I'll get to it today. She nodded. Anyways, cameras have been losing hours of footage. This has never happened before. It used to be a little static or a few seconds of malfunctions. It's never cut off for hours like this before. There's also things being moved around, supplies, entire tables, and shelves, and the mannequins. Didn't we used to have entities break in and move things around? We managed to keep them out so far. Well, yes, but they always made a mess. These movements feel deliberate. For instance, the mannequins aren't just being knocked over, they're repositioned, posed in different ways at different places. Think someone's been doing this on purpose? I don't know, I'm still trying to restore the missing camera footage. Anyways, I don't really have time to chat. I need to get on with the paperwork. Is this the person? What was the name? I'm guessing this is the person that the Yandere entity is in love with. Dr. John seemed satisfied with my answer, judging by the slightest hint of a smile on her face. We'll check those things out. Go on with your day, Clark. Ready to get your food at least. I froze, feeling my breath hissed again. Agent McCarthy joined my colleagues without any of us noticing. I realize I haven't heard his voice in several months. Phone's going to die. I'm sorry. Come here. There we go. There we go. I don't know why we don't like him. I felt a surge of intense emotions, like waves of sea crashing against the cliff. It seemed like eternity before I could finally nod blankly at him. Yeah, I'll do that. I walked past my colleagues in a hurry, head bowed to avoid their eyes. The rest of the day went by as usual. I need context. I need context. What's up with McCarthy? Why are we a bit suspicious? Or a bit like, oh, I don't like being around you. I grabbed a few essentials from the break room, remembering to take the cold, soggy lunch with me. I turned around and went back to the decontamination room. Back through the portal into the endless, otherworldly hallways. Back to the dual artificial houses of the simulated residential area under the synthetic bright blue sky. House 27. I was soon seated in one of the rooms of this house, where I had set up a few desks, a chair, and as much equipment as I could fit into the room. So I guess we live here? Okay. For the next few hours, I sat at one of the desks. How I view the back rooms, I wouldn't want to live there. It's more of a hazard than anything. For the next few hours, I sat at one of the desks. The tray of soggy cafeteria food on one side, and a large bottle of a small glass on the other, alternating between being hunched over a typewriter and look at the screens around me. I kept at this, typing out the report and attempting to restore the lost footage of the cameras, until way after the artificial sky outside began dimming, simulating night falling over the neighborhood. Eventually, I felt my eyes weighed down by exhaustion, and felt an emptiness in the pit of my stomach. Finally, left the desk, tossed a TV dinner into the microwave in the kitchen, and lit a cigarette while waiting for the food to warm up. After eating, having a good smoke and another long drink, I went to the bathroom to get myself cleaned, and flopped down onto the bed I had in one of the upstairs rooms. I took a pill before I laid down, hoping that I would finally be able to get a good rest tonight. For once. As I was about to doze off, I heard faint singing, coming from outside the house, getting closer. What? Jim, darling, are you planning to get all those photos you're taking? As many as I'm able to, Rose, honey. I want to fill those photo albums you got with photos of us. That's right, darling. Are you going to fill them with those photos you took of the trains too? She had a small teasing smirk as she spoke. I laughed. You know how much I love locomotives, honey. Wonderful machines, those things. But I keep those photos in a separate album. She nodded, turning her attention away. Oh, Jacob dear, don't go too far. Mommy can't run very well, you know. It's okay, honey. Get some rest on the bench. I'll go over and make sure he's okay. I think he just wants to go to the playground. Thanks, Jim, darling. Go and get something nice from the stalls for us too. Maybe something cool to drink? Of course, honey. Dad! Jake ran up to me from the playground. Where, Dad? Did something happen to both of them? I hope not. Or we get divorced. Oh no. Jake ran up to me from the playground. Yes, Jakey. There's an ice cream truck near the playground. Can I get some, please, Dad? Let me see. Do you want some for Mom, too? Yeah, of course. What about me? Yeah, I know. Ice cream makes Mom happy. But you don't seem to be happier when you have ice cream. Brutally honest. For innocent innocence, as usual. Kids are usually honest. They're like, yeah, you don't seem happy when you get... When you eat ice cream. I'm sure you don't deserve any, probably. It's like... Alright. I don't deserve any. Yep. Great. I'm not worthy of ice cream. I realized that perhaps I allowed the worry over my work show in my face too much around my family. Well, maybe Daddy will try to be happier when we get ice cream this time. Come on, let me carry you there. Picked up Jake in my arms as he giggled in joy upon being carried and placed him on my shoulders. I began to walk towards the playground, noticing some empty benches in the distance. At least they were empty for a second. A vague movement at the corner of my eye made me glance at them again. There's a man sitting on one of the benches, eyes fixed on me. A man in a white suit and glasses. With black... It's gracious, the music. With black and white long hair. He looked very out of place in the sunny park. He was very tall, even as he leaned on the bench with his long legs sprawled out in front of him. His eyes looked strange, if I couldn't tell why from that distance. No one else seemed to take notice of him at all. James continued to cling on to me, rambling about something cheerfully that I could barely focus on. The man seemed very familiar. I know I've never met this man, but I definitely would have remembered someone with such a distinct appearance if I had. Yet I knew, even though it was impossible deep inside of the back of my mind, his name was Zacharias. The name sounded too familiar to me. I felt my stomach to churn. The man grinned, as if pleased by my discomfort. This is far better, is it not? I could hear his cryptic comment as clear as day, as he was standing there right next to me rather than a distance away. Everything around me began to feel like a muffled blur. I felt Jacob grow lighter on my shoulders. His legs melted down my chest. I felt myself retching. Another restless noise. I sat up in bed, slamming a hand down on my alarm clock. I felt like I hadn't slept at all. What the hell happened? What? Probably another nightmare, although I couldn't remember what it was. The pills helped a lot with that, even if they didn't seem to help me get any rest. Out of the corner of my eye, I noticed the bedroom door was open again. This happened more frequently, even though I remember closing it every night. I didn't want to think about that right now. Got out of the bed, preparing to start another mundane day of work. Excellent, Agent Clark. In your shift and proceed to the suburban residence simulation. The suburban residence simulation, sir? Yes. Agent McCarthy will be staying as it says Clark, as an experiment resident as well. Mr. John will brief you on this. To be continued. Damn. Alright. Oh, I forgot to change the title of the stream. It just says very visual novel. There you go. Let me some more visual novels. God, it's so much. So I'm just not interested in playing right now. There we go. The noisy room. I don't remember what this one was. Oh, shit. Oh, it's a window thing. Watch. Oh yeah, I've seen this a lot. Like, oh yeah, I was trying to test this and see if what anything. Just trying to make sure and see if this is like the title, maybe. Maybe this isn't the. Okay. I guess that isn't the English. There's no downloadable English version. I have to play it on a keys on Windows. On Google. I don't want it. I don't play browser games. I don't like doing it. I always skip those visual novels. This is not a Yandere thing. Lift. This was made by the creator of Mushroom Oasis. And I think the love interest in this game is like a character that showed up at the end of the Mushroom Oasis demo. There you go. Okay. There you go. Is a love interest? I don't know. I don't remember if it's a romance thing or not. I'm not gonna assume. On a Friday night, and I'm spinning it here. My fingers are sluggish as I typed out the last bit of the conclusion I needed to finish off my paper. I didn't even bother spell checking the rest. My hand dragging the cursor across to close the document. Alright, time to submit it. I tapped out the regards to Mr. Holtman. Kindly find Student Snow. Stifling a yawn, I turned on my phone to check the time. 2:53 a.m. The universal experience of losing sleep, gaining eye bags as a college student came to grace me in its hold once again, it seems. At least it's the weekend. Okay. Turning off the computer, suddenly hits me how quiet it was without my fingers, tapping away at the keyboard. Everyone else had left. Campus was open 24/7, but who else was dumb enough to push their luck by submitting their assignment this late? I consider myself lucky that Mr. Holtman gave me the extended deadline, otherwise I'd be screwed. Still, there were also the rumors. Disembodied voices echoing through the empty rooms, heavy footsteps shuffling down the halls. Those who were lucky claimed to see a black silhouette skulking around the vending machine at the end of the corridor, staring at them. They were hungry and thirsty. I wasn't the superstitious type, but I had to admit the eerie silence of being the only person here gives me the creeps. Alright, I was recalling all the gossip spread around the student body when a sound made me perk up. I glanced behind me over the monitors to see if someone had come in. Nobody. I ignored the goosebumps rising on my arms as I gathered up my items into my bag. Superstitious or no, I've done what I came here for. Time to go. I shambled to the elevators and tapped the button. It rumbled to life and slowly making its way up to my floor. Just a couple of minutes and I'm out of here, I assured myself. I don't know why, but I found myself constantly checking behind me to see if someone was there. Yeah, it's always empty every time I look. Tap the button some more. The hairs at the back of my neck stood as if I was being watched. Closed my fists, ignoring how sweaty they felt in my pockets. Is there someone behind me? I jumped. I don't want to look behind me. I don't want to look behind me. Wow, 412. Great. What's that thing? Oh, I'm because elevator ghost stuff. The elevator game. I remember that. I forgot what it was about and what you had to do specifically to do it. But it was just basically like a lot of risk, no reward. A lot of it was just not acknowledging the spirit next to you. It was like floor 13 you had to go to or something like that. I forgot. The door slid open as I released the breath I didn't realize I was holding. I didn't even consider looking back as I stepped inside, refusing to turn around until the doors closed. The chipper music they play calmed me down somewhat. Any music? No? No chipper music? Okay. I'm almost in disbelief that they were still playing it at this hour. Almost. Press the button for the ground floor. The elevator moving a small jolt. With nothing to do but wait, I stared at the numbers slowly descending. The lull of the elevator was starting to make me sleepy. I thought of the things I could do once I got home, just to distract myself for the rest of the ride. Shower for sure, microwave dinner prep. Great. I blinked up at the flickering lights. Lovely. Lovely. Great. This is why I take the stairs. Elevator shuddered and came to an abrupt halt. Music cut out. I tried the button for the ground floor and the rest unresponsive. Pushing the intercom button gave me nothing but static. Hello? No, this can't be happening. Take a moment to compose myself. I called out. Is anyone there? I'm stuck in here. Help! Started slamming the doors as a panic took hold. There had to be someone out there. Help! Please, I'm in here. I stopped for a good minute, getting more and more desperate as tears welled up in my eyes. Why now? Why me? I hugged my forehead against the door in a slump, ready to curl up and cry. This sucks. I was about to turn before I felt a chill run up my spine. The air felt heavy. Is this claustrophobia setting in? I didn't think I had the fear of closed spaces, unless... I don't want to turn around. Turn around. I don't want to turn around. Turn around. Oh, I don't want to turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Just kill me. Kill me. There was a raspy moan from behind me. I turned my head and screamed. Across me from was a glowing blotch of darkness, an oozing mass that seemed to melt through the walls. I scrambled away, my back flat against the doors. A hand emerged from the writhing form, grasping at the edges. Foul-smelling black ichor dripped from its fingers. Another arm followed suit, clinging to the other side. Couldn't look away. Oh, I can't even find my voice to scream. A face took shape. A pair of hollow eyes and a manic grins had several teeth. It just smiled directly at me. I blacked out. God, wake up. Hey, hey! Heard a voice, panic and flustered from above me. A person was looming over me, visibly worried as I blinked back to conscious. You're alive! I couldn't really check for a pulse, so anyways, are you alright? Oh. God, I didn't mean to scare you back there. I realized I was still in the elevator, not with a stranger twiddling their thumbs in front of me. They were taller, looming a good few inches past my head. Their limbs looked even more awkward in the baggy sweater they had. I wasn't sure if they forgot to wash away their makeup, or if they just haven't slept for 3 days. Possibly both. I realized they were staring at me as well. Their eyes focused on me a little too long, as if they forgot how to blink. So I suddenly remember the last thing I saw, a creepy shadow from the hall. Before you were here, there was something crawling out of the walls. I know it sounds insane, but I swear, straight out of a horror movie. Stranger looked nervous. Crap, they must think I'm nuts. Don't look at me like that. No, I believe you for sure. You saw it too? Well, sort of. Sorry, I was really trying to be sneaky. That must have been uncomfortable to watch, huh? Come again? What are you saying? Well, I heard you yelling for help, and I couldn't just leave you alone, so I did the next best thing I could. Are you saying that was you? Yes, in a way. There's really no easy way to say this. I'm not alive. Not the way you are. You mean like a ghost? Stranger lit up appreciatively. Basically, you must have heard the rumors, right? Well, it's me, in the flesh. Well, sans the flesh. Alright. I don't know, that feels too, invasive. My hand shot up before I could think twice. But what? Tips of my fingers instantly felt airy and ice cold. Like touching something solid, yet not soft. The stranger yelped and backed away. Hey, well, did you just go sticking your fingers into people you just met? Sorry, I thought you were messing with me. That feels rude. Yeah, believe them. I feel like this isn't the worst situation. Be meeting a ghost for the first time. Stranger gave a sigh of relief. Thank you for trusting me. I'd ask for your name, but I already know that it's no. How did you? I've been watching you for a while. Excuse me? Tonight. I've been watching you for a while tonight. It's not safe to be alone this late. I would know. Oh. So, that's why you died. Before I could ask further, they strand. Anyways, I stuck around to see you write your paper. I don't necessarily agree with your hypothesis, but... Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh. Hello. Hello, thank you for the follow. Anyways, I stuck around to see you write your paper. I don't necessarily agree with your hypothesis, but interesting nevertheless. Thanks, I think. They gave a shy smile. No problem. This wasn't the way I expected my night to go, but I guess the sooner I accepted it, the better. Should probably ask for their name instead of calling them stranger. You know my name, but what about yours? Oh. Looked away, fingers picking at their glove sleeve. I don't remember. I know who I was and what I did when I was alive, but not my name. Strange, isn't it? Basically, I remember who they are. What was their name? What was their name? What was their name? Vita. Vita. I I checked the wiki of Vita because I was curious about them. Um Turns out they died. When I read that, I was like, what? And then I found this visual novel. Have you ever thought of picking one yourself? Their eyes widen as if it never occurred to them. I never needed a name, but if I were to have one, I've always liked the way Alma sounds. Perfect. The smile widened. What if I just, what if you could just call them Vita? Like, oh, what about Vita? I don't know, that name sounds cool. It's like, wait, that's my name! I think that, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong and this is not it, but the wiki said that, so I don't know. Maybe it's wrong. I don't know. A smile widened. Thank you, Snow. Alma went back to twiddling their fingers. We stood silent for a while, gauging on what to say next. I kept glancing back at their hands, wondering if they'd feel as solid as they looked. They knew I was staring, but didn't seem to mind, waiting patiently in front of me. My thoughts were running wild from sleep deprivation and shock to actually 4 words past our introductions, to be honest. I started humming softly, as if to fill the silence. That's when it hit me. For a ghost, could easily be a student just like me. I have to ask, how did you, I don't know if it's an insensitive question, but, I'm just curious. Alma had a knowing look in their eyes. Oh man, it's honestly kind of embarrassing. If you don't want to, I guess I don't have to tell you then. That's alright. It's like, if you don't want to, that's fine. Not my business. I heaved a sigh and moved to sit down, leaning against the doors. Alma looked on curiously. What are you doing? I shrugged and took out my phone to look at the time-wasting app. In no time, I had one of my mindless games open. Might as well settle in and spend the next few hours trying to beat my high score. Not much I can do right now. Get some battery to the last couple hours. I pat down a spot next to me. You want to watch? Alma stood for a moment as if unsure. Come on, plenty of room for both. Just watch your legs, Slinky. They settled in beside me, sitting crisscross applesauce, and leaned over to look at my phone. My shoulder immediately chilled at their close proximity, but I didn't bother bringing it up. We chatted amicably as my fingers tapped away at my screen. Alma gained more invested the higher my numbers got, but otherwise it was peaceful company. The only thing I played on my phone was like chess, that's it. I must have dozed off at some point. The next thing I knew, there was a whirring behind me as that woke me up with a jolt. Voices began to call out, and I turned to see some workers prying the door open for me. It took no time for me to step outside when their work was done. Sunlight shining over made me feel like everything that happened last night was a dream. I turned my phone to look at the time. Instead, I saw an unsent message typed out on the screen. Be safe. Careful about staying late next time. I blinked and looked around. Cold chill went on my arm, and I almost turned to expect Alma, but saw nothing. Next time? Put my phone away and rubbed my bleary eyes, mentally making a note to stay back at the campus more frequently from now on. Good in one. Till next time. Well, let's see if we insist. Despite having no blood running through their vision, their cheeks seemed to darken. Oh, you don't have to get to it. But I really want to know, please. They hesitated before nodding. I promise you won't make fun of me. Promise. Lucky. So I was staying late working on an assignment just like you. No one was around, even back then I was known as a loner. Most of the time, it didn't bother me. I was working, I got thirsty, no big deal. So I headed over to the vending machine for a drink. Oh, I think I read this on the wiki. They paused, hands shaking. They clasped their wrists and twisted before continuing. Just a soda. Not too much to ask, right? I paid for the damn thing, but somehow my hand got stuck in the dispenser. So I pulled and, well, struggled a bit before I waited for them to continue. I fell. Felt my whole body being crushed under the weight. I couldn't even cry out for help. The whole time my hand was still stuck on that thing. Not that I could even tell. I think my wrist was beyond saving at that point. They sunk into themselves. I died trying to get some cheap soda. How pathetic is that? What the fuck would you say? It sounds like you deserved it. It's not. I'm sorry that happened to you. Put my hand over theirs and passed right through, giving an ice cold chill at my fingertips. But Alma seemed to appreciate it nevertheless. They looked up at me, their nervous hands finally coming to a stop. I've never told anyone about it before. I didn't think it would feel this freeing, thank you. Yeah, no, I think you're a really great person. I want to help you get out of here. Tilt my head. Are you gonna do that? I can try some things, that is, if you trust me. A lot of choices here, huh? Should we trust them, or should we not? Should we trust them, or should we not? I don't know. I don't know. Hmm. 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 Should we? I don't know. I don't know if I wanna. I don't know. Should I? Should I? This is really hard. I can't. I can't make the choice. I can't. It's just hard. It's hard. Should I trust them? Or should I trust them? Hmm. Hmm. Should I trust them? Okay. Nothing changes. Alright, they clasp their hands excitedly. Okay, here we go. You might want to hold on to something. Before we could ask further, the elevator began to drop. My heart plunged in my throat as my weight shifted upwards. Hang on, let me focus. The buttons for each floor flashed beside me. Closed my eyes shut and decided to trust them. It felt like a roller coaster heading straight to the ground. The air whizzed around me. I gritted my teeth and clenched my hands. Knuckles probably white if I bothered to look. Just like that, it stopped. I yelped as the elevator jolted. I landed on my ass with a smack. I blinked my eyes open to see Alma clapping excitedly. They looked over to see me on the floor and gestured towards the doors. They creaked open, as if manly apart by an unseen force. My jaw dropped as I realized that it did really bring me to the ground floor. You really did it! I did it! I did! I never got to do that before. I couldn't believe my eyes. I stood there and threw my arms around Oma, only to completely pass through them. He yelped and backed away from that to the wall. Give me a signal before you do that. I don't appreciate feeling hands inside of me. It's gross. Sorry. I gathered myself and stepped through the doors, almost followed suit. Sure enough, the lobby was empty. The clock on the wall indicating it was close to 4 a.m. now. Well, I guess this is it. I turned to see them trying hard not to reach for their hands, fingers twitching to intertwine with one another. It all happened so fast. It sunk in that now that I could leave and go home right now if I wanted to. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. They nod understandingly. I stood there for a moment as they looked at me, before averting their eyes. They were waiting for me to leave. I grasped my phone inside my pocket, mustering the courage to ask what I was about to ask. Would you ever want to hang out again? They did a double take. Huh? Would you want to? Yes! But, would you want to? I wouldn't. I like you. Once again, their cheeks darkened despite being them. I like you too. Yeah, I'd love to hang out again. Great, preferably when I'm, not stuck and helpless in the elevator. My heart skipped a beat as they left lightly. Preferably, yeah, of course. I'll see you next week. Yes, don't worry about the time or place. I can always find you whenever you are in the building. Kind of unsettling, but okay. Yeah, that sounds weird, but it makes sense as a ghost. Stay safe, Snow. I waved and headed towards the entrance, pulling my phone out to call for a driver from one of my apps. I turned back, Alma was already gone. Good end. 2. Friends for life. Alright. Maybe more. Why did everything... Why am I... There you go. God damn. Sorry, things froze. Things froze, man. Alright. I'm trying to close this game. Why is Minecraft open? I don't want to play Minecraft. I don't want to play Minecraft. I'll wait. I'll wait. Bit my tongue. Why won't you close? Why is Genome opening? Why is everything opening? That I didn't fucking open. Task manager. Oh, now when I open task manager, you're gonna close. Great. Pussy. These apps are pussies, man. I would love more visual novels, but god damn. Would love more yonder visual novels, but god damn, I go through a ton. Okay, this is thing, which is an analog horror yonder thing. Got that name. It just says ROGP. I forget what it is. Oh yeah, Record of Grey Pine. I just remember the name. Remember the name while it's opening. Should I? Actually, I'm gonna end stream. I am tired. Alright, see you later.